Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. We are almost done as we talk about Reasonable Doubt Season 2, Episode 9. The defense has rested, and now we're gonna wait for the verdict in Episode 10. But anyway, as I said this before, just go watch Street Legal. It's a far better show. It's on YouTube. Please, Tubi, excuse me. It's on Tubi. Please go watch this show. You'll see the difference. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, comment on the video, share the video, watch the video till the end. We got a lot of jokes and things. I got some. Do I have some good things to say about this show? I got one good thing to say about this episode. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the trial, what Jawani thinks about the legal perspectives. I don't know. Anyway, sit back, enjoy the intro, and then we'll start the show.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Yes, as again, the trial for Chanel is wrapping up as the defense has rested. A plea was offered and then it was taken away. So what does this mean for her? Is she going to get convicted? Do we know who really did it? All these things will be discussed. So let's start with the trial. I want to start with the trial. Does anyone have any comments about the trial?
Positives?
It's fine, Tremonti. It's just anything about the trial. You got something positive to say about the trial?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The trial was just it didn't make any sense that they had her testifying, because I'm like, that was the only part of the trial we really saw.
Hello.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah. You said you've been saying every single episode that if their defense is self-defense, the defense has to show that she has to take the stand to prove self-defense.
But she went up there and she proved the opposite, because she says, yes, he was walking away and I thought he was gonna come back. That's not self-defense. Like,
exactly.
I
keep that too, Jimani.
I'm like, if you have to show that you could not flee, that you're like backed in a corner.
Yep.
Like if he said, I'm going to get a gun and finish you off, then she could say, well, it was self-defense. But she's not saying anything like that. She's just like, well, I'm just assuming that he was gonna come back. There's no legal there's nothing legal about that. I really hated, I guess this is nitpicky, like this is be like very court type stuff, but Corey says, could you please tell the court? And he looks out to the gallery, and I'm like, that's not what the court means. Like, first of all, you would say tell the jury, right? And the court means the judge, right? Like if you say, I'm bringing a motion to the court.
You mean the judge?
You're bringing it to the judge, or you're filing a motion with the court. You're filing it with the judge's clerk, or, is in some way parcel to the judge, right? You wouldn't say the court and then look out in the gallery, and it didn't make, like, I understand if they were on set and somebody just didn't know, but like it was written wrong, because you wouldn't say, hey, you're the witness, tell the judge. No, you tell the jury.
Thank you, Jabari. Well, I'm sure they're just going for a dramatic effect for that. But I hear you.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess, as far as, I guess this isn't necessarily court, but the whole candy thing, I'm like, that's like nothing happened as far as intimidating a witness. Like, that's like a crime. So I'm like, if you wanted Adrian to go to jail for aiding and abetting a fugitive, I'm like, what about this mother-in-law? Because I'm like, if that's not intimidating a witness, I don't know what is.
I hear you. Okay, let's get to Kim, because Kim also saw the same thing about the about testimony. So what do you think, Kim? What do you think?
it doesn't. Okay, she pretty much incriminated herself by saying, because remember I said a while ago, how is she saying self-defense when she hit him in the back of the head? If someone's choking you from the front, there's no logical way that you can hit them in the back. It's not logical. I was like, when she said this is what got me with Jax and Corey. Neither one of them questioned this. And they're the lawyers. And I'm just me thinking, okay, wait a minute, choke. Okay, hold on 1 second, JT. I'll be right back. And I go and get the little whatever it was, statue, and then hold on 1 second, and I'm gonna hit you in the back. What? It doesn't make any sense. So now when she said it actually in open court, I was like, why isn't Corey and Jax upset about this? Neither one of them said really anything about it. Right?
Well, to this point, you're absolutely correct. Both of you are correct. The issue is the prep. That if this was written by anyone who's watched Law and Order, you don't have to have a legal degree. Just watch Law and Order, like almost any episode, right? Like if we know how did the victim die? What's the story? Victim got hit in the back of the head. Pause. We need to discuss this. You need to have a story. The prep should have been, why did you hit him in the back of the head? Explain that.
Why did they prep Candy more than they prepped the person that's on trial?
It doesn't matter. Their prep was wrong. They prepped her for, I would say, equal amount of time, but the prep was wrong. It was be careful that she might try to upset you, or she might try to she's going to bring up Adrian Hunter. Have a story for that. You hit him in the back of the head. Have a story for that. And what I would say again, we said this in other videos, 2 hours. It took you 2 hours. How did Lucy cross-examine this woman and not say, why did it take you 2 hours to call anyone?
Yeah.
What did you do in those 2 hours? That's on the record. So you explain that.
Why didn't you say the 911 phone call? Because I can't remember her exact words verbatim, but she said something that was very weird that somebody wouldn't necessarily say if you're calling and your husband is you think that they're dead or whatever. She just said, yeah, I think somebody needs to come and get him or something like that. And like you would play that and say, what did you mean when you said this?
But again, what took you so long to make the call? Like what? Like we talked about.
That should have been the prosecutor's question.
Yes.
Like a long time ago. Like,
yes.
Well, no, I'm sorry. As they got her on the stand, right? That could have been like the number one question. So let me ask you this. So when you killed your husband, in quotation marks, how come it took you 2 hours to call anyone to tell them about this? Like the police maybe? No, she never said that. Everybody is acting like this never happened. And I'm like,
and so Kim, to your point, that should have been the opening argument. 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours. The suspect is saying that she killed this man in self-defense. Why did it take her 2 hours? What was she doing for 2 hours? And one, again, I like how Lucy brought back the text message, which was part of the opening statement, which she did go out with Tony. She brought it back with Lucy. She did a good job of continuing that thread. Like I thought that was good to be like, explain yourself in this particular situation. And then we talked about this last episode of the money, right?
Before you get to the money, right? I just want to say, like, I have all of these textbooks in forensic science and crime scene investigation or whatever, right? The defense okay, we agree it's 2 hours. Everybody brings up experts. You can dispute 2 hours. Like, it's not the difference between a day and a week or 6 hours and it's not a big gap. 2 hours is something that could be argued. You got to bring in an expert and say, I think it was closer to maybe a half an hour as opposed to 2 hours. The rigor mortis was this,
but they're not even talking about it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Jamani, they're not even saying it, and they're not even Nobody is talking about how this man died. No one is talking about how long it took her to call the police.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense if this is a real court case. They would have jumped on this. The first they said, "Oh, Chanel is up."
Got her.
Now we got her. Now we got her.
Now it doesn't. And then even, but the reason I bring up the money, because it goes to motive. They're trying to set up motive, right? Once you found out Tony was got this woman pregnant, once you found that JT got Tony pregnant, you were preparing to kill this man. You started an affair 3 months ago, right around the time that you were supposedly trying to leave this man, correct? And it's like, so now we got the lover angle. So once Adrian gets brought back, which was a good thing, and we were talking about the money. Anyway, Kim and I were going back and forth. Did she know about the money? Did she not know about the money? So I went back and watched. All right. So in the On the Run episode, they did not discuss the money. They did not discuss the money. I submit that he said in episode 6 when he got on the stand, because remember, again, it must have been something with the editing. It must have been something with the editing, because Adrian was like, she didn't know anything about the money. No one said anything about the money. I told her it was mine. She knew the $30 million existed. She thought it was his money. She didn't know where it came from. My point, so to my point, it makes sense for her to be like, if you're going to run to another country, which again did not come up in trial, ma'am, you love your children, right? You did this for your children. You stayed for your children. Everything you do is for your children, correct? Yes, I took this abuse for my children. You left your children where are the kids? Let's back all real quick. Where are them damn kids?
It was Sally.
You have not seen those kids with Sally since that day. I think they're with the mother.
Wait.
I think they're with the grandmother.
The thing that really bothers me is that she says, I was taking the kids, right? And I'm like, why did Lucy not pounce on that? Because you're taking a kid that the oldest child.
Yours?
Yeah. I'm like, why wouldn't that infuriate your husband? You're taking his child from him?
Well, no, I mean, that's motive to why he would attack her. So I mean, I'm not sure what that doesn't help.
But I'm saying it shows provocation, so to say.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm saying it shows, yes, he would be mad because you did this. I understand you taking yourself, your child, but you're talking about taking
Natasha,
that
we keep on going back and forth about who the mama is, but now we know Ebony's the mother. Again, I've said before, again, with Lucy on this, with Chanel on the stand and Lucy cross-examiner, you paint the actual picture, the accurate picture, that this loving mother planned to leave her children in America while she ran to Mexico with her lover, who was her dead husband.
They didn't bring that up. They can't bring that whole her running away, because they haven't brought it up yet. I think I remember. I think that they decided not to talk about that. Even the prosecution.
No. Because when Adrian got on the stand, he had to. They brought it up when he was talking about the money. That's why Adrian was on the stand. But to the point, it was not like something they said we're not going to address. But that doesn't make any sense, because that paints the picture that like you are not the loving mother. You're about to run with this man and his money, and so you're not the loving mother. You killed your husband, and we're going to start a new life with a new man in a new country. And like that would have been a great narrative. And I'm like, I don't know why they need,
because they want to make it so that, because if you make that a big deal, then like, all right, so say for instance you're innocent of something and then you resist arrest. The resisting arrest charge can still stand even though the other crime that you were being arrested for was false, right? So she fled, and she could be charged with whatever is involved with that, bail jumping or what have you, right? But then she would still be on the hook to be in jail or to be dealing with court stuff. They want to make it so that next episode she's free and clear when, we find out that the daughter did it.
Didn't they have like a meeting with the judge after all this happened? They had a meeting with the judge and the prosecutor, and they all agreed not to talk about this?
No,
I remember that scene.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they no, because that's why it's never been brought up, because they had him. It was Jax, it was Corey, and it was the prosecutor with a judge, and it was like the day after they got her back from whatever wherever she was when she got arrested, and they I think it's like prejudicial or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, they had to get the prosecutor to agree not to talk about it, and she said okay.
I think you're confusing the conversation about the deal with Adrian to be like, he was like, hey, if like he got immunity, and I said, so the only time they met, they didn't meet the judge, they met with the DA when they were like, hey, Adrian's here, if you give him immunity, he'll tell you about the whole Epstein shit going on, and they're like, and he got a deal, but this was so. Then they talked with her when she was on the run. They were trying to say hold the bench warrant. That's what it was like. Hold the bench warrant and let us try to get her back. That's what it was. And it's like if we can get to her in time, then it won't be a big deal. But the deal then, but she still went on TV to be like she tried to run. But that's what. But so that's what the discussion. Like they're like the bench warrant from when they thought she was trying to flee.
Oh, okay.
But the intent still happened. Like, and again, it still paints. Anyway, they're still going for the I upset you, so this proves that you're violent. She never claimed she didn't kill her husband. So this doesn't make it, to me, I don't see what, oh my God, we got you. The hitting on the back of the head is I got you. The whole you got angry on stage, I was being beaten. So again, if they were going to Jamani's point, as he brought up, if they were going for the battered spouse syndrome, right? If that was their justification, then establishing the pattern of violence makes sense. He did it to me. He did it with the woman before me. This is what he does. That makes sense. But self-defense, you don't need a history. If they're trying to kill you, they're trying to kill you, and you got the right to defend yourself. So these are two different theories. So Ebony was completely unnecessary for the story that they were trying to give. I actually thought the mother, I still think the kids, the only way this makes any sense to me is that the children are with the grandmother, because where are those damn kids? Like, we've seen Sally's home a couple of times and ain't be no damn kids in there. And I'm like,
if we're gonna talk about Sally, wasn't no kids in that house during that opening scene.
All right. So let's get into this. Y'all, look here. I don't got no problems with sex scenes if they make some type of sense. But like, you causing us to be homeless, right? Like, they reminded sucking my dick does not change that. Like, what's up, Kim? What's up?
So, yeah, he got horny, and his wife was right there in the next room, and he got up off the couch and was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and fuck her rather than go out of the marriage." And then when it was all over with, he was like, "See you when I see you," and went back in the living room. That is all that was about. That had nothing to do with love. He's still pissed at her. He's still upset. But when a man needs sex, they don't give a fuck about that. They're like, okay, she's right there. I'm gonna go ahead and use her.
No, again, I suggest who initiated what.
Him.
Thank you. She's the one that said.
Each other.
No. She said, "Oh, you're not mad." No. She was just she didn't. I'm not saying he didn't want it, Kim. I'm not saying he wasn't gonna take free head. She did that to be like, "Hey, I lost the house, but let me make you feel good." And he was like, "Sure." To your point, he was like, "Sure," but after I nut, I'm mad. I'm still mad. My point is, she should have been sucking every night that she's still in that house. like the reason I'm not filing divorces is because your mouth is full of me. Until we get this worked out, every night you are lucky to have a roof over your head.
I have a question. So she said that they lost their house.
Yes,
but they're still in the fucking house. So I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying.
Guess foreclosure takes some time or something. Like, I guess they owe so much money that they know we ain't never gonna be able to pay this off. So it's just a matter of time, a couple of months until we're evicted.
But that should be a conversation, is my point, because I love the fact that she finally confronted Chanel about this in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
You left without telling me with your fuck buddy, and now I'm about to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? She finally made some effort to say that to her. But again, that's to the point of necessary stuff. We need to see Sally and her husband talk about what they're going to do about the house. Where are they moving? Divorce proceedings. I don't need fucking Basic Instinct right now. Like, this does not make any sense. And I'm like, no. And again, that level of disrespect, you need to have another woman involved. You need to be like, look, I know you asked for this and I said no, but we're about to get kicked out of this house. So I brought Autumn over because apparently Autumn wants to have a. When the fuck did this become a thing?
Yes, I'm like, this is the second to last episode, the penultimate episode, and you're bringing up new storylines now.
What?
I'm like,
what?
Forget about the whole Lucy and her
baby daddy.
Yeah, forget about that. Let's just bring in this totally new thing. No, matter of fact, forget about Crystal and her LSATs and all that stuff. Let's bring this up. We're like, because I was confused. I was like, does this have something to do with Tony's baby? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I was like, have we ever seen her wife? Autumn's wife. Have we ever?
I was hoping it was Crystal, just so that it would tie some stories in together.
So hold up real quick.
I don't remember seeing her wife from like the first season. No,
I don't remember. I'm like, so when did this whole two lesbians want to have a baby thing? Like, why is this happening? I was hoping. Who's the sperm donor? Bye, babe. Anyway, she went out to dinner. So I was like, okay, tell me that somehow Lewis was the donor or something. Like why? Maybe Sally's husband was the donor. Like, why is Sally there? Why is this happening? Like, this means nothing. This means, and I feel bad
to give that character more background, I guess. Or
how about you go see your friend, because she's finally in court the last day of trial. Hey girl, I've been busy trying to get pregnant. I've been busy with fertility treatment. That's why I didn't come see you. Like, that would have made some type of sense, but you don't bring this in episode 9. This is a whole, and then we're supposed to feel bad that she lost the embryo or the baby or whatever. I don't know what's happening.
You
like,
give us bad news without any expectation for news.
Right. Like, thank you. I was like, why is she on the table? Like, what's going inside her? Like, what is happening? Like, I don't
it's
understand.
a wand. It's called a wand. Yeah.
I'm like, this is kind of like, again, and she was starting the treatment. Like, okay, so why are you doing this now? But that would make a little bit more sense. But we're not like, oh my God, is the baby gonna be okay?
All right. So wait. There's only one more egg left, right? So is Lewis gonna get his training day on? No, I make boys.
What? Explain this one. I don't understand.
Training day when Denzel was like, if your wife needs help, I make boys. Remember?
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
I was just like, she got one. They made a point of saying she has one embryo left.
Yes.
So I'm like, who's she gonna get to be
Lewis? Lewis, I got you, Dwight. Thank you. Finally, Candy Barris was at. So to your point, she did a great job in this episode, and I am happy she wasn't a lesbian or some kind of sex worker. Like, I really, when Crystal said I'll take her to lunch, I really thought they were gonna be making out. I was like, damn it, Candy. But I was like, but it didn't. I was like, okay, she provided a very dramatic, realistic role. She committed. It was only short. It was very, very short. But the mom doing witness intimidation makes perfect sense, and I like it. It fits the character. It 100% fits the character. To your point, Jemani, that should have been that's a crime. Like, we should be looking into this shit. but no. But I loved it. Kim, what you second?
Yeah, what Mavis did is definitely a crime. I'm hoping that it comes back in the next episode, because she's a witch. She's an absolute witch. And I'm not really saying witch. She is. I mean, she's just evil. If you know your child was like doing these things to these women, stop acting like he didn't. You know damn well you had like a devil for a child. And I would have to say he deserved what he got. So
he did.
Stop raising these men that hit women, and stop protecting them. Get them some help. That's what Mavis should be doing. And actually, to be honest with you, since she was abusive, she needs help too. How about mamas get help, daddies get help, and children get help? Because this shouldn't have been happening. But mama should be protecting her devil. He's fond of the devil, beating up all these women for no damn reason at all, just to make him feel like a man. So I'm hoping that does come back on her. But can we go to the part where the prosecutor put like the GPS in her son's
What
jacket?
the fuck is happening?
I was like, can you tell me what is wrong with this dude's father so that I can have like, okay, I get what's going on here.
Right?
Because I'm not getting it. He's not hitting the mother. He's not yelling at her. He didn't yell at the kid that we saw. So I'm like, why are you acting this way with this man? Only because he went to jail? Is that the reason? I'm trying to understand where this is coming from. Anyway.
I'm like, is one episode left? You can't just all of a sudden just turn up and like he turns up in episode 10 and then she calls the cops, he gets arrested and stories up. Like you can't have the whole story happen in episode 10. Like
you can, but it's gonna be ridiculous.
Bet it will.
It will.
He
like she's gonna kill him and then they're gonna okay, so Jax has to be her lawyer.
Yep.
So at the last minute.
Yeah.
This is what we're going. Come on, tell me what this man did. That's the problem I have. I want to know, did he used to beat you? Was he mentally abusive? What happened?
No, they're saving all of that backstory for season 3, like they saved all of Chanel's backstory for season 2.
No, they changed Chanel's story.
They changed her story.
Yeah, but
Chanel is a bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. I know she's the victim, but that character, I don't know who she's. I couldn't be her friend. I couldn't be her friend because who are you talking to? The way she talks to Jax, the way she talks to I wouldn't say Autumn. She's pretty kind of level-headed with Autumn. But the way she was talking to Sally, I was like, this is your escape. She helped you. She's your blood. She's your cousin. Why are you talking to her this way? And Sally, let her do it. I was like, but when Sally got up and was like, I'm done. She's not done. Because I think Chanel's always talked to her that way.
Well, I think what it is, I think we were right originally that Sally's the one that killed JT.
I don't think so. I don't think so anymore. Because the way she was saying, I'm tired of keeping this secret and all, it seems like there's somebody else involved. Like, I don't know necessarily, I think it's the daughter, but I don't necessarily know who the third person is, but it doesn't seem like it's just something between the two of them.
I feel okay. So hold on, real quick. Tampering with the witness, absolutely. She always plays an evil character. The mom.
She does. Yeah.
And Chanel shouldn't have testified, made her guilty of pre-planned murder.
Yep, I agree.
And premeditated murder. Murder.
And I was like, trial for murder 1.
What's up, Jamani?
I said, which is what she's on trial for, murder 1.
That's right. So with this, I'm trying to give the writers some type of credit. Okay, this late in the game, we don't even know who Natasha is. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't bring in a third party secret character for Jax to be like, when someone feels guilty, they spiral out of control, which was the whole conversation with Lewis, and we'll get to Lewis being a piece of shit and why Yoda's behind me and stuff. She's saying the reason why Sally's acting this way is because she did it. What Sally is saying, I think, is that she's burdened with the fact that she did, and she just wants to say it. Like I'm the one that did, and she's like, she can't, and it's eating at her that her sister cousin is on trial for her life for something that she did to protect her. So she's saying, just let me say it. Just let me say it. And it'd be like, I walked in, you were being choked to death, and I saved you. Like, this was not premeditated murder. This was, I saved you. Why can't I just say that? And Chanel is like, no, I'm taking one for the team. Just like she said, that's why sometimes I make rash decisions and I punish myself. She's going to say the reason she did it is because this is all her fault. She let JT abuse her for this long, and she put herself in this situation, and she put Sally in this situation because now Sally had to defend her. So she's like, I'm going to take the hit. The reason why she pushed her away was to make her mad so she wouldn't say anything. She did it on purpose. That's why she didn't want Jax to cross-examine her, because she feels Jax knows her enough that she'll be like, you're lying. And I'm gonna prove it. Corey doesn't know her that well, so she wanted Corey to do it. But now that Jax figured it out, that's what's the next episode is gonna be. Hey girl, I know it was Sally. She's probably gonna go to Sally first and get her to confess, and then it's gonna be okay. It was you were rescuing your sister. That's what happened, and that's why it
I
took 2
want to
hours.
know what was the epiphany moment with the cigarette that she's just like, I got it. I know exactly. I know
have
exactly.
no idea, Jamani. I have no idea on that one. But I wanted to say too, I ask you actually. So if Sally now is the person who did it, right? Chanel is still going to go to jail, right? Because that's an accessory, right?
Yeah.
After the fact, or something like that.
There are crimes that are involved. Like I said, if she, I don't necessarily know if she's charged with the, the bail jumping or what have you. You have lying, obstruction of justice. Um, she testified, so that would be perjury.
Yeah.
The list can go on and on and on.
What about
Well,
tampering with a crime scene?
Well, see, so that's where the 2 hours comes from, right? She had to try to clean up the crime at some level to make it look like she did it. Is she going to go through all that and that kind of thing? But it's this is reasonable doubt. They'll both be home by the end of episode 10, and and somehow Sally's going to be able to keep her house, and everything's going to be okay. Maybe she can start doing OnlyFans videos. I don't know.
Jackson's is going to talk to the DA and make a deal, just like she made for Adrian. Like, deals happen in like a blink of an eye on this show.
Yo, again, she's the best lawyer for people that she's not the lawyer for. Also, wait a minute. So, speaking of crime stuff, why does Jax have Michael Ealy's file? Why does she have it? Period. And in 2020 something, why does she have a hard copy under her bed?
I don't like. There's so many questions in this show. Like,
you know what?
All right, so there's that, and then there's this the juror issue.
No. I want to do the file first, and then we're gonna get to this jury. I want to do the because I was like, this doesn't. And then what is she reading that she's like? What did you discover? And also, you mean y'all to show you how much Lewis is a 100% piece of shit, and we'll go more further down this road. This is under their bed. And the reason why she stuck it under there because she knows Lewis doesn't clean shit and he won't go under the bed to find it. It's not even between the mattresses. It's just under the bed. I'm like, damn it. It's not even locked up in a safe. He just stuck it under the bed because Lewis don't do shit. He don't clean up shit. He don't take care of those fucking kids. We'll get to that. But fuck Lewis. But I was about like
it under the bed.
Huh?
Why?
That's what I'm saying. You should have it digital by now. For one, like it should be on your phone or something. But why do you have it at all? And it's like it don't make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and it upset me. I'm like, what? Why? Also, she was having nightmares, and I understand of being, captured by this man, almost killed by this man, but you still have his file under the bed that you were having these nightmares in. Help me understand this thought process. Like, this is what you need to be going to counseling for. Anyway, Jamani, the other part you want to bring up, excuse me, please.
Yeah, I like it. That makes no sense. But yeah, the juror issue, this just came out of nowhere. And like, it got, like, when they say things should be left on the cutting room floor or edited out, like, there was no reason for us to see.
No need. I'm gonna take you to the next level with you, Jamani, on this one. The conversation did we talk about how stupid it was that Daniel used a British accent last episode? Did we talk about that? Because that really irritated the fuck out of me when he went undercover at the recovery center to find Ebony, and he was alright had a British accent.
I don't think we did, but yeah, that was stupid. Yeah.
That was stupid as fuck. But anyway, fast forward to this. To your point of bad editing and bad writing. They never did the jury selection like they did in episode 1. And in this season, they actually talked about, race and all that bullshit like they did last season. But since they didn't do it, Daniel is talking to the defense like he's talking to a third party. Remember? He was like, these 3 jurors were favored by the prosecution, and these 4 jurors were favored by the defense. And now we're left with 3 people favored by the defense. Bitch, we are the defense. Why are you talking to us like we are them? Like what? Because they're doing it for us. They're doing it for us, and they don't know how to do it because it shouldn't have been done. We don't know who the jury. We don't know who the juries are, and we don't give a fuck. We can point out one. So the fact that one was writing a book, who gives a fuck? because they didn't know jury anything. None of this was necessary. None of this was necessary.
And it just infuriates me because the conversation doesn't make any sense to anybody who is in the field of law. You cannot take your notes outside of the juror room. Like, if you're on a multi-day trial, yes, you have to leave your notes in the baskets. You can't take them outside of the courthouse. So it just doesn't. How in the hell did a reporter or a book writer get these notes?
Get the notes in the first place is your point.
Yeah, that's a question that the judge would be asking, not even entertained, because I don't know who's writing this crap.
Assholes. Just go watch Street Legal. Anyway, I want to talk about the kids. The only positive I have for this episode was the kids, for once. So Naima willing to help.
I just have a question. So involving the kids, right? Have we just totally, like, we're never gonna see grandma and new grandpa again for the rest of the season because they have so many loose ends to tie up that that was a waste of time as well, right?
We got to wait to episode 10.
Because the daughter, she said, I don't want to play cards anymore. And it was like she spit in his face or something.
We will wait to episode 10. I don't know what silly shit they're gonna give us next episode. They may bring the grandma and her boyfriend back for some. They may be getting married for some reason, and this is all gonna come together
for some reason.
I don't. Hey, no, you know what? Did we talk about how creepy it was that the previously on for last episode was the scene of Jax suggesting that Paul molested her? That's how we get reintroduced. Hey, remember Paul? The guy who molested, this woman. Then the whole episode is Naima going, "I miss Paul," and Jax being like, "It's okay, baby. Sometimes we gotta move on." What the fuck is happening? Why would you show that scene?
It doesn't make any sense. I don't even watch that part because it never makes any sense to the actual episode.
I'm like, why would you do that? Anyway, okay. So Naima willing to help Spencer get around the whole punishment thing, right? Like, I truly love sister supporting brother. Like, I like that. I thought that was cool. It didn't go anywhere. Again, what happened to Hamilton?
So they didn't show it, but I mean, I still like that she did it. I like that she went to her brother and did that. Yeah.
But I'm like, what's up, Jamal?
I thought she was setting them up.
No, I don't. I think she was trying to. Yeah, I didn't think so. But I think maybe to your problem, the thing when her looking like sad that mommy is hugging Spencer, like what is happening here? Like, she's like, you love him more than me? Are we missing something? Like, because she was like, what about me? Right? That was the look.
Yeah, I was like, I don't get, like, these two scenes that she's in. What is the connection? What is, like, what? I don't. It didn't make.
What is Cam on? Where the fuck she was trying to go to last week? You know what that is?
No.
It doesn't. Anyway. It doesn't matter. They, again, previously on, they remind you of the scene where Spencer tells her they don't like you or they don't know you. They remind us of that scene for some reason. And then Spencer is the one, it's like the whole family will be at Hamilton's place. If that happens, it all comes together. It all comes, like, I would love it if the entire family in Autumn and fucking and Chanel and all of them are at Hamilton play at the end of this episode, the next episode. It would make perfect sense, and I will apologize for all the shit I'm giving this show because it's a lot.
But Louis won't be there because he will be with his new family.
Oh, you talking about Louis?
Yeah. Oh, the baby that's not gonna live.
Yeah, that baby ain't coming. That baby's dead. I mean, sad to say, that baby's dead. And that's why they're also just piece of shit parent. Louis, I'm sorry. Oh, Spencer and did wrong, and now he is being loved on. That's let's. I want to get into this. It's not he's being loved on. Jax alone. Fuck Louis. I've said, I don't know. I hope y'all can get on board with this. Louis is the worst example of a male parent. He shouldn't even be here. Like, it's bad enough that black men don't sit around and take care of their kids, but when they're in the house and they ain't worth the shit, it's almost worse. This is just like at the beginning of this season when Spencer got in a fight and daddy was like, yo, bro, niggas got to be niggas, right? But when your mama gets home, she going to punish you. Shh. But I support you. But when mama gets home, she going to get that ass. But I love you. That's the same bullshit we got here. Jax is once again left being the parent. They both punish Spencer. But it's Jax who has to be home by herself to be like, hey, I understand. I learned it from watching. We all grew up in if you grew up in the 80s, you know the commercial. I learned it from watching you, Dad. I was like, oh shit. I was like, there you go. There you go.
But it's true. That's true. But, that's what they learn. They do learn it from parents sometimes.
This was an episode of Seventh Heaven when the mother was sneaking off smoking cigarettes and stuff or whatever. But you know, Jax isn't sneaking off. She's just doing it just outright.
It's not about Jax. Lewis and Jax get high on a regular basis together in that house.
Yeah.
Lewis and Jax. And my point is only Jax is the parent who says, I understand. You are right. We do this. And we should not be doing this in front of you or around you, not like you can't smell it. And we are wrong. And Lewis should have been there. That should have been a two-parent conversation, not Jax, again, having to be the parent on her own. Like, she don't have this piece of shit who comes home. What's up, Jamani?
Well, he calls her out specifically. He didn't call out Lewis necessarily.
It's not the point. That's more back to, again, Lewis grabbing the balls that he got and go, hold up. One, you don't talk to your mom like that. Number two, that's both of us. It doesn't matter what the son does. It's what the parents do. Is that Lewis stands and goes, hey, this is we're both wrong for this, and we punish you, and we're telling you though that's life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna get through this together, and that should have been the Cosby moment before the conviction. I'm like that. I mean that's what this should have been. Instead, Jax is home being a parent, and then what happens? Lewis comes home and goes, I had to be in traffic today. And now she has to play mama to this piece of shit who's like, it's okay, baby. You had a hard day in traffic and you still working on your video game since season 1, for the record. Fuck Lewis. And then she's telling him what happened. Oh, wow, you took responsibility. I'm turned on. You took responsibility. I'm turned on right now. And what did she say? You know, it's good when you get things off your chest and tell your kids the truth. Like they're about to have a brother, you piece of shit. Oh, let's wait till the baby's born. Okay, I don't have kids. So Kim, you take Kim. You tell me, how would your sons feel if you go, hey, you see this little bundle of joy right here? That's your brother. Like,
well, I agree that they should wait until the baby is actually here.
Okay.
They should not tell it before because circumstances change sometimes, right? So like we believe the baby's going to die. So if the baby's going to pass away, we don't need to tell the children about the baby. But if the baby is going to be around, we need to tell the children about the baby.
I disagree with that. I'll tell you.
But so hold up. So I said, right, things had happened. Baby could go away. Problem goes away. What's the point of telling the kids? And that's
right.
Okay.
Because if you telling, okay, so one thing, it's gonna be hurtful. It's already hurtful to his wife. It's already, so telling them before the child is actually born, what good does that do? But it's gonna make the kids upset at their dad, upset at their mom, upset at everybody in the world. If this baby is not going to live or be a part of their life, what's the point in doing that to your kids? There's no point in doing that. And maybe the kids could learn about it when they're older. Oh, you know what? Your dad almost had when they're of age, and they just having a conversation. Well, your dad cheated on me one time, and well, he actually didn't cheat. But you know what I'm saying? Like we was on the break.
I mean, he did. So I guess I'm saying. So okay. So Jamani, your point.
If this was, some random chick, right? I could probably agree with that to some degree, but this is Lewis being a coward, right? I think he's scared of telling the children because of the blowback. And The mother is the mother of one of your child's friends. This is gonna come through the grapevine sooner or later. Do you want another child to tell your daughter, or do you want to be the one who tells your daughter?
That's what I was saying last week, Kim. To your point, right? Again, why tell them if it's just gonna make things bad? And I agree with you. What I was saying, and if this was writing was better, if they were more realistic, this conversation would have came to a head already. Because again, Hattie's mom, Tony, was already cross-examined in a public trial, which means by now everyone knows she's pregnant by some random ass dude. Naima being the friend, I mean, closer friend, it would have been who's the daddy, girl. I'm sorry, that would have came up, especially, and then so this would have came to a head. My mom, Hattie, how's it? Texting Hattie, how's it going? My mom had to go to the hospital. The baby's coming. Oh my God. Okay, Daddy, where's Daddy?
The father keeps coming over to the house.
Yes, but wait again. How's it going? Oh my God, Daddy's left. My dad's gone. Where's your mama? Gone at the hospital. Like it would have came up by now. And I was saying, and like I said, because when that comes up and you were fucking my friend's mama, like that's a whole different thing. And I'm like, so like I feel like this shit got ahead of the story because Hattie would have been asking questions. Hattie would have been asking questions.
They leaked the fact that she was getting a paternity test.
Yes.
You're telling me that TMZ, the Inquirer, or whatever, doesn't want to find out who in fact was the father?
Thank you, Jamani. That's even better. This was a public. A reporter is the one that said this. You know that Tony is pregnant by your husband. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm sorry. Breaking news. Tony is pregnant by the husband of the defense attorney. Like that would have been front page social media news. Absolutely. They would have ran that shit to ground and they would have found out who the true daddy was, and that shit would have been on TV. Maybe that is next episode. But if that doesn't come out, this show is 100 piece of shit. Because that should be front page. Exactly. The reporters should make this happen. Oh, anyway, he's been loved on by and Naima has been ignored. So you are correct, but I would put that on Lewis once again. Lewis is the one who went to Spencer. Oh, I'm sorry, son. You fighting in school? That's right, bro. You want to go to a new school? No, I'm gonna put you in a new school because you like Hamilton all of a sudden. Lewis has made a point of focusing on Naima. Naima was the one who, so far, she got her fake Instagram pulled away from her, and she got a phone, and then she had to put on a new shirt or some shit. So, but no one went to her to be like, hey, we still love you. We just don't want you on the internet showing your ass and walking around school showing your ass. Like you're right, though. Spencer has gotten a lot more attention. But again, they're not flushing out why Naima looked like she's about to cut her wrist. And I hope she doesn't do it. I hope she maybe that's next season, but I'm hoping that's not where this goes. But like it's like they look like random ass characters at this point. Like they have nothing else to do with this episode, so they throw the kids in there to be like, okay, they're parents. They're still parents.
No, I think they're like, I think if you guys are betting on this kid not being born, I think they're preparing for Naima to have Jan Brady syndrome. Like nobody cares about me. I'm the afterthought. I'm just stuck in the middle.
That could be it. But also, again, Lewis can drop everything to take care of this other baby, which again should have been. Oh, also, Jamani, when I went back and looked at the episode, you were absolutely right that Lewis was a piece of shit when he got mad at Naima for getting a ride for going to her friend's house. When all he said was, "I can't take you because I'm working," and she was like, "Well, I got a ride. Now you're on punishment." It's Lewis. Lewis is a bad parent. Also, real quick, Lewis was quoting Yoda, and you can kiss my black ass on this one. Like, this was unnecessary. Like, a man who's like, niggas are gonna nig. I don't need him quoting Yoda. Let's not bring Star Wars into this. Like, I was like, unnecessary. I'm not sure what we're trying to achieve with this at all. I got Lewis will be relieved. The baby. Oh yeah. Again, why are you with a man who says things like, I hope that baby goes away? I'm just, just throwing it out there. And she's like, yeah, okay. Again, not that she probably don't feel the same way too. I mean, I get that, but like this man said this shit, and you having children with this motherfucker. Like, Let Lewis be a parent. Writers, let Lewis be some type of useful. Just a little bit. God, I hate this character. I really
He
do.
took off his ace bandage this time.
Huh?
His ace bandage.
We don't even know why he was wearing it in the first place. Like, but you're right, Kim. He finally, and that wasn't
made
even
a point to show it too.
And that wasn't even part of the conversation. Hey, baby, your hand. Oh, no. Lena. Conversations, writers. Why do you bring up the fact that his female assistant named Lena is taking the lead on this video game? I was like, they fuck it. Like, is this going somewhere? Like, why are we talking about this? We don't know who Lena is. We don't know what this video game is. I don't give a fuck. But unless Lena's gonna pop up and say she pregnant too, I wonder why we're even talking about this. Also, Chanel called her friends. She said, Sally, you, Autumn, and Jack sit around drinking alcohol, talking about me. That's absolutely correct, girl. That was all season 1 was. You were absolutely right. Yep. And she's like, no, girl, we stand by you. No, bitch, you don't.
No, they all do that. That's what women are catty. That's what they do.
I was like,
they do. Yeah.
I was like, come on, girl, come on.
They talk about each other, and then they go off in little clusters and talk about each other on the side. Like, oh, girl, come with me to the bathroom. Okay. Why is that bitch acting like this? What the fuck does she have on? Oh my God! Did you see her wig? We are terrible. We are bad, and that's
yo. I mean, that's exactly this group. But unfortunately, Chanel was the focus of most of their shitting on in season 1. And now they're trying to rewrite history like they're all one big happy.
Well, Chanel is. I'm sorry, I can't stand her. I can't stand her, and I don't understand why Jax is her friend. I just don't, and I don't know why Sally goes so hard for her. She said Chanel has always been a bitch. And you guys cater to her.
No, I think no. They said it when Chanel went and stayed over with her in the first season. I think Chanel said that she was there for Jax when she was in high school or whatever, when she was going through whatever that situation was with Paul or whatever. Yeah, so she was supporting her through that, on some Kamala Harris type of stuff, right? And I guess that's why they're
Question.
What
are you talking about with Kamala?
Yeah, what are you talking about, bro?
Kamala Harris said, in high school she had a friend that was being sexually assaulted, and that's why, I fight for, the underdog or the people.
Is that a bad thing? That's a good thing.
No, he just shot connected. Oh, real quick. Thank you for this is a weird. Anyway, you reminded me of something. Isabella. The one, Corey's old client, the one who just fired him. You know what I'm talking
about?
Yeah, Isabella.
Yeah.
The fact that we had to sit here and go through this just shows how much she's been on camera. But
twice.
She's the one that needs to that should have killed herself. That makes sense. My point, like for Corey to be like, oh shit, like he's been doing the whole Baker that didn't mean shit and still doesn't mean anything, and she just kind of moved on. If he found out he lost her pills and she killed herself or something, that would make it like I have to win this case. Like she's gone. And like I would have took that better. It would have made more sense that he's like, I'm 110% behind this because I lost one. I can't lose another one. And I'm sorry. Like, and that kind of story to make her story relevant because she ain't getting out of jail. Like we will not see her again.
This didn't make it. What the hell was the point of this? We wait till the 9th episode, right? For her to fire him, and then what? Like
that's what
I'm like.
He gets the note, bro. He gets the note. She hung herself in prison. Like, we shouldn't do it twice in the same season, but like it's good. It has to be something like that, or
something tragic is gonna happen with Isabella.
Yeah, sure. I feel that's the point, and I'm saying, but like, yeah, I feel that's what they're trying to do
for the story that. And typically the 10th episode is the resolution. You get to see the happy endings or whatever. I'm like, so Corey's ending is supposed to just be, hey, he got to know his old client off themselves, self-deleted or whatever have you. And and he just goes off into yonder. Like what?
So I think maybe one Chanel's coming home. I mean, that's gonna happen. She ain't going, because one, she didn't do it, and she already stayed. So like she gets off. They finally get her off, and now he has the precedence to he thinks that can help his other client, and by then she's already gone. So it's like, and he's like, now one, he ain't staying. Well, I hope the show gets canceled. There is no season 3, but like he's like, I got to go off and do other things. I can't, like I won this case. Now I can help all the other women, like like Isabella. You know what I'm saying? Not Chanel, because Chanel really didn't do it, but I can go help these other women, and that's gonna be the case that he uses and whatever. So he can kind of ride off to the sunset. We got to wrap because we got to get to fight night. But I did like the Crystal thing. It finally made sense. One, Crystal doesn't quit her job because she's going to school, but Jax helps her. Yeah, because she's a lawyer. Like and like Daniel was like, hey, let's work together. Like that was an awesome scene. Like I really like that. Also, where's the wife? Because she don't exist. Like, why the fuck was that even a thing? Like, give me. Oh yeah, my wife. She came. She dropped off lunch and she was teaching me, but it wasn't
because we have to always throw in when people are outside of a heterosexual relationship. We have to tell who they're sleeping with. Yep, she's a lesbian, everybody. Hello, did I say the loud enough? She is a lesbian. Oh, wait a minute. And Lewis's brother is gay, everybody. Hello, he's gay.
Wait.
So it's like, why do we need to do this? I don't understand why our society feels that we need to announce who we sleep with. I could care less that she's a lesbian. I could care less that Lewis's brother is gay. It's real. I understand there's representation. Okay, but do we have to talk about it? No, we do not.
I would, Kim, I will give you the witness, the one that worked at the courthouse that helped Chanel with her restraining order. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I remember
that's a perfect example of what you're talking about. When she was like, yeah, my wife and I were watching it on TV. I was like, what the fuck? I get it.
Why does she need to say that?
I'm like, why? I don't say, like, I get it. Like, she lesbian too. Okay. I'm like, what are we trying to, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe because we feel like they're trying to do it, but it just seems out of the blue. Like
and it seems it's being pushed. It's like, stop. So now every woman that takes the stand got to be a lesbian, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. No one is saying, Sally is actually married to a man. Nobody's saying that, right?
Well, to your point, we're seeing Sally taking up the butt. You know what I'm saying? So we know she married to a man. I'm just saying, but I'm saying, it's like, if we would have saw Autumn's wife by now.
Wait.
Oh, she got the butt.
I need Stacey.
That was butt action. That's what you do when you lose the house. You got to do something special. And he was like, all right. Anyway.
Jamani, thank you, Jamani. Thank you. I appreciate you turning.
Like, if we were on Zoom, I would have faded.
I'm sorry. I got you. Boop. So what I'm saying is, like, sometimes, no, I'm saying like Crystal's spousal situation, even if it was a man, like, we haven't seen, and this is season 2. Right, like she's a main character, like she's a recurring character. Like, the fact that we have not even seen this person is like, why even bring this shit up? And like, none of it meant anything. Hey Chris, what you doing up here? I appreciate you, bro. You gonna be here? Oh yeah, we gotta get to fight night, which is a far better show. All right, Giovanni. Any final words, predictions for episode 10? What you got?
Chris is here. All right, so I'm gonna. He said to us about from the whole Matthews family can die. What's Jack's last name? That whole family could die.
Stewart.
The whole Stewart family could fall off a cliff for all I care. Next episode, and it just becomes the Corey show from now on. It's Reasonable Doubt. It doesn't even have her name in it. Like, it just becomes his show. Like, he comes in, he takes over the law firm. Hey, we have a quota, only one black partner. You got to go.
Well, that's racism. So I don't think that can happen. But
Well, also wait a minute. She finally files her sexual harassment and hostile workplace lawsuit when they said that they get on her knees and take care of Corey. So she finally figures that out, and then she rides off into the sunset. And then Corey can be like, "I'm the new partner."
I'm like Lewis's, not Lewis, Lucy's ex-husband can like take, all of them hostage or something, and just everybody just goes out in one fell swoop, and then we just start anew with Corey, and I don't know. I guess you keep Daniel and Crystal, and yeah, and just keep it going like that. I think that would be a nice third season if there is one, which is the only way that I would approve of there being a third season. And wow. I really don't care who has done it and what. They have exhausted me to the point where it's just tell me what it is already, because there's no thought behind any of this. Like it's not going to make any sense once they tell us.
Yes, it's not going to make any sense, because Chanel getting out of jail does not make any sense. If she gets out of jail, it doesn't make any sense, because she needs to be held accountable for being accessory
after the fact.
Oh, it's not just about an accessory. It's about you wasted how much tax dollars on a bullshit trial.
Yeah.
So that's true. I get you. Jemani, come on.
Don't they charge you for that? They charge you for that, right? Don't they?
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next week for the last, and I mean hopefully the last Reasonable Doubt episode.
There you go, Jabari. We're all the same shit of music. Damn, I hate this show. All right, Kim, say goodbye for us.
Thank you, Chad. We love you so much. Thank you for joining the conversation. We need you to like the video. Please like the video. We're trying to get to 500 views per video. We're also trying to get to 2,500 subscribers by December 15th. So if you share the video and like the video, we'll be able to reach those goals. Also hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. And again, share. Thank you. We should be back in about 5 minutes. We're going to do a fight night. Yay. Bye.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, we're going to do fight night. Far, but fuck them kids. The fact that they once again referred to their son as a nigga, I'm like, Larry Whitmore needs to be fired and not allowed to be a part of any show whatsoever. Kerry Washington, not so bad, but Larry Whitmore is just a piece of shit. Anyway, thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We will see you for fight night. Awesome. I can't wait to talk about it. It is a great show. And we'll see you in a little bit. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
What do I go there?
Oh, shit. Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
Anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.